In the books of Sardar brothers, we have Nagpur branch account. In the books of Sardar brothers, Nagpur branch account. Besides the Nagpur branch account, we also have the branch debtors account, and we also have the branch petty cash. Okay, so let's start solving. So we have the opening balances on 1st January 2007. Two balance brought down. First thing we have is stock, 79,000. Then there is debtors, which is 1,13,000. And we also have petty cash, which is 900. Okay, now on the stock, we need to calculate loading. On the stock, we need to calculate loading. So on first, it will come on the other side, January 2007, buy stock reserve. On opening and closing stock, it's called stock reserve. This is loading. Okay. Now, in the previous problem was very simple because the percentage was expressed as a percentage of sale price. They said 25, I think they said 25% or 20% on sale price. So since this was the sale price or this was the selling price or invoice price, we directly calculated 20% of that amount. But here it's expressed as a percentage of cost. When it's expressed as a percentage of cost and you know the sale price, you have to convert it. Okay, so we do that a simple calculation. So the cost is always 100. Cost is always 100. Then we have the profit here, which is equal to that's given to us is 25%. Is 25%. So the selling price is equal to 120. So now we know the selling price. What is the selling price? We know it as, in case of opening stock, it's 79,000. Okay, so 79,000 is 125. We need to know the element of profit. 25, it is how much? 25, it is how much? So if we cross multiply this, we get it as 79,000 into 25 divided by 125. 79,000 into 25 divided by 125. So if you see here, you can get it as also 79,000 into 1 upon 5. How did I get 1 upon 5? 25 ones are 25, 25 fives are 120. Okay, so that is equal to 3 lakh. No, I think there's one. Check again, Miyaka. It's 79,000 divided by 5, it's 15,800. Yes, 15,800. Okay, now in every problem, instead of doing all this, I was trying to explain the shortcut in the 8th problem. What you can do is, now we know that here, whenever it's given like this, whenever it's stated as a percentage of cost, 25% is 1/4. Okay, 25% is 1/4. I explained to you many times how 25% is equivalent to 1/4. That is, if you divide 100 into 4 parts, 25 is one part of it. So 25% is also, in terms of fractions, it's equal to 1/4. So if given as 25% on cost, it becomes, that is 1/4 on cost, it becomes 1/5 on selling price. This is like a rule. And how do I get this? How do I can say if it's one fourth on cost, it's one fifth on selling price? I've just done the calculation for you. I've just done the calculation for you. So one fourth on cost, 25% on cost becomes one fifth on selling price. And one fifth is 20%. So you can either take it as one fifth or 20%. If you do 79,000 into 20%, you'll get 15,800 itself. So in every problem, if you want to avoid this calculation, you have to just to check what it's given as. If it's one fourth on cost, if it's given as one fourth, it becomes one fifth. If it's given as one fifth, it becomes one sixth. It's as simple as that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is 79,000 into one fifth is, I'll just show it here also, 79,000 into 1 by 5 is 15,800. 79,000 into 1 by 5 is 15,800. So instead of doing this for every problem, why I do this is to show you how I come at one fifth. Okay, but if you know it, you don't have to do this calculation. It's understood that if it's given as one fourth, 25% on cost, one fourth on cost becomes one fifth on selling price. How I can derive that is like this through this calculation. This is actually one fifth. If it's stated as a percentage of sale, there's no problem. There's no confusion at all. Okay. Next, debtors and petty cash. We need to show the opening balance. Two balance brought down. The opening balance of debtors is 1,13,000, and the opening balance of petty cash is 900. Okay, so we have done that. We've shown the opening balances. We move on now. Any questions? Anyone has any questions? Okay. Next thing is returns from customers. These are your sales returns. So that will come in the debtors account. Buy returns, which is 4,000. Then there is goods invoice to branch, 2,50,000 as on 31st December. Two goods sent to branch account, 2,50,000. Since it's stock involved, we have to calculate loading on this. So on the other side, 31st December 2007, buy goods sent to branch account. This is loading, and it will be 2,50,000 into 1 by 5 directly. I'm not going to do this for every amount. Okay, we know the thing is 1 by 5, so we just need to check what is one fifth of those amounts. So 2,50,000 into 1 by 5 comes to 50,000. What is the meaning of that? If you divide 2,50,000 into 5 parts, one part will be 50,000. Okay, next one. Return goods to head office. So now the branch is returning goods to the head office. So buy goods sent to branch account, 10,000. So again we will have loading on this. Two goods sent to branch account. Two goods sent to branch account, loading. Now it is 10,000 into 1/5. So that comes to 2,000. Next we have bad debts 1000 come in the debtors account. Buy bad debts 1000. Cash sales 14,000. So this is going to be, they've told us that why am I taking cash sales? Because of this. All cash received at the bank branch is banked daily in the head office account. So I will show it as by bank because it is sent by bank. Okay. Cash sales that comes to cash sales are given as 14,000. Branch expenses paid by head office. They have not told us how the expenses have been paid. So you can assume it is cash or bank. The head office could say, have sent a check or the head office could have sent cash. Okay. So to bank, I always prefer to put it as bank. You can put it as cash also. There's no problem at all. Rent is 14,000. Then we have salary, which is 15,000. Then there is also sundries, that is 7,000. Okay, I would like to put another item here, though it is not mentioned in this. Can you tell me which one I would like to put here to this list? Which other item I would like to add to this list? Can anyone tell me? Yes. Petty expenses, which one? Petty cash expenses 2,400 or remittances to branch for petty cash? Which one would I like to add here? Which one should I add here? Yes, the remittances. Okay, because the remittances because it's the head office sending to branch. Similarly, here also the head office sending money to branch. So I would like to add the remittances also here for petty cash. That will come to 2,800. And this petty cash will also come in the petty cash account. This petty cash will also come in the petty cash account. I will show it as to head office. That is the money has come from head office remittance. Remittance means an amount has been sent. 2,800. Okay. Next, we have allowances given, select discount given, which is 4,500 by allowances in the debtors account, 4,500. Then we have petty cash expenses at branch, so 2,400. This will come in the petty cash expenses account. By expenses, by petty expenses, you can put it as by petty cash expenses, 2,400. Next, we have total sales 3,49,000. Now, total sales as a figure doesn't go anywhere, but we can calculate credit sales with this 3,49,000 to credit sales 3,49,000, and we know our cash sales are 14,000 minus 14,000. So that gives me a figure of 3,49,000 minus 14, 3 lakh 35, 3,35,000. Okay, so total sales minus cash sales will be the credit sales. And then we have the closings, remittances to branch for petty cash I've already taken. And then we have the closing stock. I'll leave a line in case there is a loss. So buy, balance, carry down. We have stock, which is 84,000. We also have debtors, which are 1,95,100. Okay. On stock, we need to calculate loading. So to stock reserve, 84,000 into 1 by 5. So that comes to 5, 5, 6, 30, 16,800. 16,800. And then debtors closing balance has to be shown in the debtors account. Okay. Now, since I know there's a figure missing here, I will leave a line because balance carry down is always the last item. So, by balance carry down of debtors is 1,95,100. 1,95,100. It's not there in the classroom. Okay. I thought I had put it. I will send it. I will send it. I will put it. I thought I had sent it already. Okay. And then now we have to balance. We have to first find the missing items and balance it. So here we have 1,13,000 plus 3,35,000 comes to 4,48,000. 4,48,000. And here I have buy cash, which is the balancing figure. Balancing figure. So that comes to 4,48,000 minus 9,500 minus 1,95,100 comes to 243,400. 243, yeah, 243,400. Now this, please don't forget, we have not just found this cash just for nothing. We need this amount to be shown in the branch account because this amount is being sent to the head office. Okay, so I'm going to show it here from debtors by bank sales, and also I left that line actually for loss. Anyway, I'll show debtors here. That is amount received from debtors 2,43,400. 2,43,400. Okay. Now, say suppose somebody had shown both these amounts. 14. Say suppose you had shown 14,000 in petty cash. If you are showing 14,000 in petty cash, you would have had to also show 2,43,400, and this side you would have had to say by head office, sending the entire amount to the head office. So end effect is nil. But why I am not showing this, because this specifically this problem is petty cash. This account is specifically petty cash. If it was cash, I would have shown. If it was cash, I would have shown. Is that clear? So the balance this 2,000, 3,700. By balance carry down 3,700 minus this comes to 1,000. Yeah. So show this in the branch account, petty cash 1,300, and total it. Just let's total this 15,800 plus 74,000 plus 243,400 into 4,000. The total comes to 613,600. And minusing the debit items, 79,000 minus 1,13,000 minus 16,000, 22,000, 1,800 minus 16,800. It comes to 1,13,100. So two profit and loss account will be 1,13,100. 1,13,000.